Hello little buns, welcome back to my home. Thank you to Best Fiends for sponsoring this video. I get a lot of questions every single day, and every time I stream, anytime that I'm anywhere online, I get questions about what people can do to support their friends that are trans, maybe that you think are trans, or that are struggling with their gender identity. And I do have some advice for you that I hope will be very enlightening. It's really important that trans people have a support system and have friends, and a lot of us, even if we have that system, can feel like we don't. It can be a very isolating experience because we feel like nobody around us really understands what we're going through. Now my solution to this was to delve back into video games as usual. That is always the solution to all of my problems. So we're gonna segue a minute because I want to tell you about this game that has helped me a lot in the past couple of months. You guys know that normally I play more PC games, more hard games I guess, more difficult, more like RPG challenging games, right? But you know, when you're struggling mentally and you just want to relax, having something easy and lighthearted is a great way to do that. And this game is all of those things. So when I was feeling frustrated or down or confused, I would just open up on my iPhone 5S Best Fiends. Best Fiends is a puzzle adventure game where you collect and upgrade different characters to help you get to Mount Boom. Mount Boom is this scary big volcano mountain that makes me have nightmares at night. It's pretty cool. And as you progress throughout the game, I'm on level 35 right now, you add new characters to your collection, you upgrade them more, and you become a stronger team. Much like what trans people need, okay? We need a good, strong support system. You can have up to 5 characters, and I think 5 is a pretty good number of friends to have in your support system. They don't have to be friends around you. They can be like family members, they can be teachers, they can be anybody that is there to help you out, okay? But just have a good solid number of people to help you. And if you're an ally to this trans person, help them make sure that they have enough people to help them out. Because if you're the only person that can help them, if you're stuck somewhere, if you can't get to them, if you can't help them, they're gonna be stuck too. So take some notes from the Best Fiends. Like I said, I'm on level 35. I would love for you guys to join me in this puzzle adventure and try to get past me or try to beat me. There will be a free gift on July 10th, so be sure to play on that day to collect the gift. I'm not the greatest at this game, but it really makes me feel good. So I'll spend 2 hours at night in my bed, just okay? You understand? So if you're interested, you can download the game for free in the link in the description box, and we can hang out together. And if you are trans and experiencing trouble, you can have the Best Fiends to support you. And I'm honestly I know that sounds kind of like a joke, but I'm not kidding how much video games actually help me when I'm feeling down and confused. It distracts me from what's giving me a problem, and then I honestly, because of the time that I have to not think about it, when I come back to the issue, my mind is cleared, okay? So that's one way you can help yourself if you're trans and you're struggling, is give yourself some time to think. First, understand if your trans friend is not ready to come out, you cannot make them do that. If you think your friend is trans or questioning their gender identity, it is not your business to tell them when to come out or how to come out. So just make them understand that you're there to help them, you're there for them, you'll be their friend no matter what, blah, 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 all those good points, right? But just make sure you're not are you trans every day? Because that's gonna really wear them down. It's not gonna help them at all. It's gonna make them kind of scared. It's gonna make them, do people know my secret? It's not a great thing to ask them that. Of course, every situation is different, so depending on your relationship with this person, if you're a parent, you might wanna question them a little bit, not every single day, but just make sure that, they're aware that you're there for them, right? That's the number one thing. Make sure they're aware that you're there for them. As I mentioned with the Best Fiends kind of thing, make sure that you're not the only person they have to rely on. So if their family, for example, is not supportive and you are their best friend since childhood, and you have other friends that you think might be nice to them, maybe introduce them, right? Try to build their friendships that way. Don't necessarily push them together and that kind of thing, but invite them to hang out with you and your other friend, help them build a rapport, right? Maybe even make that other friend aware that you're concerned for this person. It's tricky because you don't want to reveal personal information that you're not supposed to be giving out, but just make sure that the friend you're going to introduce them to is on board with helping them and is friendly and is not going to be mean to them around their transness. Another thing you can do is, if you have access to transportation and you know of a support group for trans people in your area and your trans friend does not have access to transportation, if you're able to get them there, if they're interested in going, that's great too. Something that helped me a lot was being around trans people when I first started questioning my gender identity, because being around people like me is a great way to understand myself. So if they are not able to get there on their own, if you can help them get there, that's amazing. That's fantastic. And if you're trans yourself, being around your trans friend that's questioning themselves is going to give them strength too. As long as you understand that your experience is only yours, and while they are trans, they will not have the same experience as you. In the event, like I said earlier, that your trans friend has a non-supportive family, if you are able to help them somehow get away from that family if they're abusive or something like that, in a more extreme way, then that would be very good of you. Just make sure you're not getting into trouble with law enforcement you know, make sure that the parent doesn't call and report the kid, you know, kidnapped. Like, even just, you know, maybe have them over a lot to keep them away from their abuser and things like that. Something that I should have mentioned earlier that's really important if you're supporting a trans friend is to ask them what their pronouns are, right? Some people wouldn't have thought about this before. I know when I first started transitioning, I was kind of uncomfortable with the idea of people switching to she, her pronouns, but the second it happened, I felt amazing. I felt like right, it was like liberating. I suddenly felt more comfortable, right? So as long as you open that discussion up with your friend, I feel like you're doing a good job. And if they're not sure, just tell them that, you know, okay, that's fine. When you have an idea of what you might like instead, just let me know and I'll help you out. Okay, so just make sure that they know that you're there to help them. I would say the last thing that comes to mind for me when you're supporting a trans friend is to help them understand that they're not weird and that they're not alone. So another thing that you can do maybe is to send them some videos from trans content creators on YouTube, so that they understand that they are not the only person experiencing this feeling, so that they understand that they are capable of doing other things, of being powerful, of being strong, of being etc, of being many things, right? A lot of the time when we start questioning our identity and our gender, we feel kind of like we're screwed, and that's not true. So a supportive friend would let you know that there are options for you, that you are going to be okay. So, you know, showing them role models, I think, is a great thing to do. Hari Neff, Laverne Cox, any trans people in the public eye, I feel like are going to be something for them to relate to, and that is the biggest important thing. If you guys have any other advice for the friends of trans people that want to support them, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say, and then you can also share your knowledge with the other viewers, which I think is going to be a great way to help them out some more. Really quickly before I go, I also want to let you know in Best Fiends they add new levels all the time. I promise, like, I really do like this game. Like, I swear to you, it's been running my life. There's these things called quests that give you gold, which is kind of like a really important currency in the game that you can get big bonuses out of. And there's also special characters you can unlock with quests. Right now there's one called Jean. Jean, very nice. Very good. I love all the characters, they're super cute, so please join me in Best Fiends. Again, link in the description box, free download. I hope you're all really helpful to your trans friends. I hope this has helped you in some way. And again, let me know if you have any other advice for friends of trans people or family or anybody in the comments. Until next time, just be aware, okay? You've got this, you are strong, you are powerful, you're gonna be just fine. The world's going to heal together, okay? We're all gonna be good. I love you so much, bye!